My computer's being terrible. Who's all on?
Yay, I see you.
Do you guys know how I mute everybody?
Yeah, Carrie, go to participant, and then I think it has that. That's what it will say, and then it will say like mute all or mute people, like that. We'll give you options. There's like
Perfect.
things at the bottom.
Okay, I'm gonna mute everybody and then Cozy, you just
Okay.
unmute.
We're shooting for
Yeah, everybody mute.
Okay.
Is everybody muted? Mute yourself if you are not muted.
I just muted everyone, so hopefully you won't, as they come in.
Okay,
they can
well,
mute
anybody
too.
new that comes on, just mute yourself, okay?
Perfect.
Not that we don't want to hear you, it's just, there's just background noise for the people, okay? Okay, guys, welcome. We want to do this every, like, 2 weeks, just because, I don't know. I think that sometimes all the time, we overcomplicate being Emerald. So we kind of just want to break it down, maybe give you a little tough love, because you guys, if you want to do this, if you want this business to work for you, you have to become Emerald. That's the first step, okay? Don't let it freak you out. Uh-oh, low battery. Okay. So obviously, hopefully you guys know what Emerald is. If you don't, all it is there's you and you have 2 people that you've sponsored, okay, as coaches. So 1 on each leg. And then we'll go into all the benefits of Emerald, but I'm just gonna kind of say like how I started and why you guys should not be scared to just get out of your comfort zone and just talk to people, because Micah is my sister-in-law and my coach, obviously, and she legit, I remember we were driving to Montana and she was like, oh, I started this new thing. And we were always like, she'd always text me and be like, you should do this with me. Cause she was a college athlete. And so she, like, I think she liked that team, that community thing. And I always tried to do it by myself, and obviously it didn't work. And so she's like, you should do this. And I was like, okay. So I just signed up because she told me to. And because I wanted to do something with her. She was my sister-in-law, my friend, and I wanted to do it. Other things you guys can do. And I know that if you personally don't have like either a transformation, you don't have like success, I guess, money-wise in the business, it's hard to talk about it. I get that. But use other people's transformations. Send a screenshot to a friend and just say, hey, you should totally do this with me. Be my accountability partner. And I can't remember what somebody's going to be talking about signing their husband up, because that's a no-brainer, or like a mom, somebody close to you. Because seriously, you guys, the other person, honestly, it probably is going to be somebody you know, like a close friend, another family member, to do this with you. Don't be scared. And I know a lot of people, because I hear people say, and I probably said it myself, is I don't know anybody, which is a lie, because you do know people. You're just letting people, like, the fear of what they might say, you're prejudging what is in their brain, like what they're going to say. It's just fear getting in the way. Okay, I understand that. It can be scary. But don't do that, because you guys, if Micah never just flat out said, hey, do this with me, I would have never joined. And I would have been working 6-7 days a week, barely getting by. And like, that is just not what I wanted. Okay. I didn't know that I wanted it at the time, but eventually, obviously it is. And I signed up for the discount, you guys. I didn't sign up to work the business. And I think that's with probably most of us in here, let's be honest. And you also have to think that, how long did you follow your coach or your sponsor or other people before you signed up? Probably a while. Most people did it for a while. So that's why don't be afraid to send those invites and just invite people. You guys, the worst thing they can say is, no, I don't want to do it. Okay, that's fine. Go back to like being how you were before. Don't talk about it all the time. Like, be a friend. Don't be weird about it. We make it difficult because, like, we make it seem hard because we're making it difficult. How many times have random people asked you, hey, will you buy Monet? And it's not like I think any less of them or I think any different from them. I'm just not interested. So if they say no, probably they're going to continue to watch you because you put that bug in their ear, rock out your journey so that at some point they will want to join you. So you guys, don't make it complicated. Just literally send a text, call them up and just say, hey, you should do this with me. Like, I promise, I would just do it. And I guarantee if you do that to 5 people that you are close to, one of them is going to join. Okay. So I don't know who is next. We don't want to make this call super short. If you guys have questions about anything, type them in the chat because we'll answer some questions at the end, but we kind of want to just get everything out there and then you can ask us anything, okay?
Okay, I think I'm next. Is that right?
Sorry. Go for it.
Sorry, my connection was unstable. Can you guys see me fine? Okay, perfect. I'm going off of my phone because we're in Bear Lake, so that's why it's kind of, and I look awesome. All right, you guys, I'm going to talk about signing up your spouse and why you want to. Okay, so I know a lot of people are probably thinking the same thing I thought. You guys, I signed up in December. Okay, let's all think about December. December is Christmas. It's getting ready for taxes. It's like the most expensive month of the year, or one of the most expensive months of the year. And I know that a lot of people probably sign up for the same reason I did, and they think, I really want this to be an opportunity that will help my family. And so it's hard to think like, okay, I'm investing in this challenge pack for myself, and now I need to also invest in a challenge pack for my husband. But I want to tell you why you want to do that. I signed up to work the business. Like, that was my intent. I was working full-time. I was a full-time head coach. I had 2 tiny little kids. I was busy, but I saw the vision and I saw what my coach was doing. And so I just trusted that she was successful. So I wanted to do exactly what she did so that I could be successful. And I promise you that's all I've ever done. I've always just only ever watched the people who are successful and imitated exactly what they've done so that I can have success too. So I signed up my husband, and I'm actually gonna, let me screen share my husband's coach office with you guys, okay? So I signed him up. I've never really worked his business. You guys have always helped him, but I've never actually like worked his business crazy like I'm working my business. I've built my business around him to help his business, okay? So as you can see, I signed him up on December 10th. I think I signed up on like the 5th of December, something like that. And I started really slow, but Micah told me, you want to sign up your spouse first, and you want to sign him up on your week leg. So I signed up my spouse and got him all set up with a challenge pack. But you guys, I didn't do anything with his business for a long time. Like, he was just kind of like a placeholder. Like, I knew eventually I would help him and help him grow his business, and I would help his business to become, earn those team cycle bonuses and get that residual income with, never really having the intent to actually work his business. But I wanted him there as a placeholder. And so I want to show you guys, so you can see, like, he signed up. Oh my gosh, I just like wrote on that page. I don't know how that happened. So sorry if that stays there forever. I seriously have no idea how I did that. So I don't even know how to delete it. Let me show you guys his volume, okay? So like I've said, I don't even know how to get that off. And it's like all over. That's really crazy. I need to move this as well so I can see. Okay. So I'm going to go to the very, very beginning of our business. So I signed him up. You can see he's got some PV right there, but I never really did all that much in the beginning. And then as soon as I started, in about a month later, I started really deciding that, okay, I'm going to try and work my business. This was right before like 21 Day Fix and those things came out. And you can see his strong leg like was awesome, okay? But I wasn't doing anything on his weak leg. Like, I wasn't selling anything. I wasn't doing anything. I think I started 3 months later in March, end of March, starting to sign people up or get him to Success Club. So I never even did anything with his business for 3 or 4 months after I signed him up as a coach. And you can see slowly his volume has started accruing, but he's been banking all of this volume that entire time, right? So you can see this as soon as I got him to Emerald, which I think I got him to Emerald when I was working towards Diamond. So as I was growing my team, I had my husband at the top so that he was there holding that place. And then as I started to work my business and grow my business, then I got my husband to Emerald so that he was one of my Emeralds when I went Diamond. Now today, and let me just remind you, I don't ever put any customers through Jeff. I don't put any coaches through him, like nothing. He's just a Diamond coach. He maintains his rank, and he's just building volume. And last week, his volume was pretty equal. So 10,000 on one leg and 9,000 on the other. Okay. And so I've been a coach for 4.5 years. So Jeff has also been a coach for 4.5 years. And this is just the volume that he is building, and that is there in his business. If anyone knows how I can get that red mark off, just let me know. That is so weird. Okay, so let me jump over and show you. Jeff isn't capping out yet, but he will eventually. Like, he's really close. And as that volume continues to grow, he will start capping out. So I'll just show you really quick. So last week, remember, I do nothing in his business at all. Last week, he alone made almost $1,200. I never put a customer through him. I've never, nothing. This is all just residual income. The week before that, $1,300. Okay. So can you guys see the value of having your husband at the very top of your business center? All that I have done is build my business around him. And as you get to Emerald, that's the same opportunity you have. You want to get to Emerald so fast, get your husband at the very top of your business. And then as you start to grow your team and as you're ready to go Diamond, that's when you'll get your husband to Emerald. Okay. And then just slowly, as you're building yours, build your spouse with you. And that way it's almost like you get to double dip. You get to enjoy the benefits of both your business growing and your spouse's business growing. You're helping them. You're not working it for them. You're just helping them. But I want to make sure this is clear. Jeff doesn't do anything with the business. Like, he's supportive and he's a part of my business, but he's not actively promoting anything or talking about anything on his social media. I know a lot of my coaches will say, well, my husband doesn't want to work the business. Your spouse doesn't have to. They just have to support and love you and just say, yes, this is, how I'm going to support you, and I'll be a coach with you and on your team, and I'll be your partner. This will be our partnership, but you get to do the things on the business side that I'm not going to do. I'll just love and support you and help you along the way. And just so you know, the other person that I signed up on my other leg when I got to Emerald was my dad. Okay, so like Cozy said, asking a best friend or a spouse or your parents. I know Emily Favre, you guys have probably heard of her. She signed up her mom and dad, or maybe it was her husband and her mom. Okay, it was someone close to her that loves and trusts her. They don't necessarily want to work the business maybe, but they want to help you and they want to be a part of your journey. And they can do that by just supporting you and being on the journey with you and helping you get to those places where you need to go. My dad doesn't do anything with the business either. I've got my dad just sitting at an Emerald, so he's building volume, and he's also able to, for me, that's like paying him back a little bit. Like, he makes a little bit of money without having to do anything just because of the residual income and that volume that is built underneath him. So any questions about this before we go on to the next person? Here, let me stop sharing.
Hey, Melissa.
Yeah.
So say you're building Jeff. How do you word it when you put a coach under him? Well, I guess just because I've had a lot of people be like, well,
how do I tell them? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I will say is my husband and I have a partnership in this business. So when you sign up, you're going to see Jeff Brewer as your upline coach, but know that it's me. We just do this together as a team. So that's one of the ways I say it. Or I'll just tell them and be like, you'll see my husband's name. It's just my spouse. I've just built, that's just the name that we used for this business or for that account, or he just is doing it with me. So you can do the same for like your mom or your dad. If you're getting them to Emerald, you can say, like, as you're growing to Diamond, you guys, Diamond is so easy. Oh my gosh, it is so easy. All you have to do is get the coaches on your team to add 2 people. Just like what you're doing here as you're going towards Emerald, help your coaches do that with you. Like, don't wait for them to be like, I'm ready. Just tell them, be like, who in your life loves and supports you and wants to help you in your business? And as they're like, well, my parents love me. My parents would probably love to support me, or my best friend is actually wanting to do this with me. Well, let's get her the discount. She can at least enjoy the discount. And then you can help them get to Emerald and reap those benefits as well. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing so I can look at this chat. Okay. So who's talking about benefits? Someone else is, right? I think I'm done. Who's up next?
Okay, so, let's see in the chat really quick. When you talk about Emerald benefits, you guys talk about Diamond benefits. Let me cover my part first, and we'll open it up and answer all these questions. Because some of what I say might cover what you guys are asking. So thank you, Melissa, for sharing that, because that was super helpful. We're all in different parts in our business or different places, but when I started out, I've been a coach for 2.5 years now, and I started out, like Melissa, looking for the business opportunity. And I know there's a lot of coaches that are also like, they just want the discount and then they fall in love. I, from the get-go, was like all in, like, I'm doing this, I need the extra income, and I need to like get my crap together for my own journey. So my coach told me, she said, you could either take this as fast or slow as you want. And I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of nervous. Like, I'll just finish this program first. I was doing the 21 Day Fix. I'll finish this program first, and then I'll say that I'm a coach, and then I will grow the business. Because I was just afraid. Like, I just didn't know what I was supposed to do. So I got to like day 14 of the 21 Day Fix, and I felt amazing. And then I was like, tell me what to do. Like, I need to do this. I need to start growing. And she gave me an Emerald date, like a deadline date. It was maybe like 2 or 3 weeks after that. She's like, go Emerald by this date. And I was like, okay, husband, sister, mother, done. Success Club, done. Like, I knew, she told me that I could earn Success Club my first 3 months and earn my ticket to the summit that year. And my comfort zone was screaming, don't do it. Like, people you don't know, you've never been to Nashville before. But I knew that I signed up for this business to change my life. And I knew that if I didn't push my comfort zone, it wasn't going to happen. Emerald is a choice, 100%. Even if you don't have a supportive husband right off the bat, even if you don't have parents that you can sign up, like, you can find somebody to help support you on this journey. And it's a choice, but it's also a long-term vision, like deciding to stick with it for the long haul. If you're sitting here saying, I'm just going to try this and see how it works out, I'm just going to dabble in it, you're not going to see the growth that you want, and then you're going to get frustrated, and then you're going to feel like it's all a waste of your time, and then you're going to hit that stop, start, and never get where you want to go. But it's that consistent growth, that compound effect, where if you get into that business mindset and you think, okay, this investment of buying my challenge pack, signing up my husband with the challenge pack, first of all, that's like double dipping, because you get that commission, you achieve your rank, to open up that residual income, and you get Success Club when if you sign up your second and somebody else. So there is so much benefit, and it's so worth it. So if you get past that like financial part of, you're not opening up this business and investing thousands of dollars in your first month. It's a couple $100 and then you bust your butt to do the basics and make that back and cover your own expenses. And you guys, it's that long-term mentality of you can't just expect to make a $500 profit in the first month if you're just dabbling in it. And if you're investing and signing up your husband and maybe a parent or another controlled account or whatever, you might not see a profit in your first month. Like, that's just the truth. But if you are consistent and long-term, you have that vision, and you see what Melissa just shared with you, if you have the faith and you have the belief in this business that you will get there too, then you just can't stop. But getting to Emerald is the first step in doing that. So I know for me, I've been in this business for 2.5 years. There are naturally highs and lows. There are times when you're like, oh my gosh, so frustrated. Then there's times where you're like, I cannot even imagine if I had stopped when things got hard, because it is so much better. Like, it's really just building that confidence in yourself that yes, you can set a goal and hit it. And yes, you do have that grit and resiliency and that creativity to say, okay, I'm just brand new on my journey. I'm just starting out. I don't have that credibility, so to speak, of being on my journey for years and people following me. How am I going to make this happen? How can I get people to support me? And so when you stop thinking of like, well, what's the easy way to do it? Or what's the quick fix way? And start saying, who can I ask? What kind of friends do I feel like could benefit from this, but then also help support me on my journey? It helps trigger that growth mindset of, okay, there's not like a clear-cut path. And then that becomes your habit of, okay, here's my next goal. How can I reach that next goal if there's not like a clear-cut path to get there? So it seriously sets in motion like so much of the habits and just the growth mentality that you need if you're going to succeed and really see the growth and life-changing magic that this business has to offer. And then after that, once you're Emerald, you have those bragging rights too. I mean, if you're motivated by recognition, you get that recognition, but then you can also say, I'm an Emerald coach. Like, I'm actually doing something with this business. I'm taking it seriously. And then you rock out your journey and you share. And even if you don't have that financial, you don't have that extra $500 in your first month, you still have the resources that you need. And then in the next month, maybe you've covered your expenses, and then you have the lives that you're changing that you can share with people and say, hey, you guys, I'm taking this seriously. I'm going, like, whether you support me or not, I'm taking this and I'm running with it because I believe where this can go and how it can change my life and my family's life. And that is such that was a turning point for me in my business. Not even right away, but like it took me a little while to be like, okay, I'm at a fork in the road. I can either walk away from this or I can go all in and just decide to do this. Like 100% be in this. No plan B of backing out when it gets hard. And that is when, like, I feel like that is where really everything changes, because then you show up, you lean in, you understand and develop as a person and a business owner to say, listen, guys, we're going, like, the business might change, social media is going to change, but I'm in this, like, I'm here. And then people see that, and then you start to become that person that they think of when they're ready to make a change, because you've been showing up since day one, sharing your journey since day one, even when it sucks, even when you have the best day of your life or the worst day, like, you have been sharing, and they see, I don't have to be perfect to do this. I don't have to have all my crap together, but I can still go through my life and live my life and, like, become my best self and live my best life, but still make such a significant impact on my family's financial situation. But that entire door is called Emerald. Like, you have to get to Emerald first in order for anything else to happen. So there just has to be a decision. And I think that's like the piece that I just wanted to give some thought on. But if you guys, Carrie, do you want to open up to questions, or how do you want to do that?
Yeah. Hey, so thank you. Like she's totally right, guys. Consistency breeds success. I've been a coach for 3 years, and I have people still that come to me and say, okay, I blocked you for 2 years because I wasn't ready, but you're still doing this. It's time for me to jump in. And I know like 3 years sounds like I don't want to wait 3 years to get a customer, but you're going to get people to help in the meantime. Just know that consistency does bring that success. So I want to, we'll open it up to questions in a second, but your first assignment today is to find 2 people in the next 24 hours that are going to sign on with you, and then message your coach those 2 names. And when those 2 people sign on, message your coach or message me. I'll celebrate with you because we want to celebrate your success, guys. And like Cozy said, Emerald is a choice, and it really is, as Alessis said, your first step into this business. So there's a thing called your dirt list people who will, if you're selling dirt, they're going to buy it from you because they love you, they want to support you, they want to help you hit these milestones. So create a dirt list. I know it sounds bad when you're talking about family and friends. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, I'm not calling my dirt list, but really anybody that's going to love you and support you, and your mom, your husband, your best friend, your whoever it is, guys, somebody you work with who wants to see you succeed, those who you just approach first and say, hey, I'm doing this. I'd love some extra help and accountability and support. Will you come do it with me? And
Carrie, can I add something really quick?
Yeah.
Kate, how many of you, when there's like an awesome movie or like your favorite singer's coming to town, don't you call up your best friend and you're like, okay, we're going to T Swift. Like, this is when it's happening. You're coming with me. You and I both love this. Like, we're going to do this together. We're going to go and do this. We're going to have the best time. Okay, this is kind of the exact same thing. It doesn't have to be weird. If you love your best friend and you want to make these memories with that person or your mom or whoever it is that you're thinking about, you would naturally call them and be like, Kate, look what I'm doing this thing right now. And I love you and I want you to do this with me because I think we would have a blast, for one. And number 2, I know that you would rock this with me and we can do it together. Okay, so it's just that simple. I think a lot of people get all nervous that their friend or their mom is going to be like, but that's weird. Like, why would I do that? You would never, like, if you're inviting them to go get ice cream or something, you would never be like, they would never think, that's weird. Why are you inviting me to do this? Like, that sounds amazing. But, you know, it's just such a natural thing. When you love something and it's going to change your life, like Taylor Swift, then you would naturally just invite them to go do that with you. That's exactly how this is too. If you love them, if they love you, and if they want to support you, and if you want them to have the same gift that you're getting, then you would just naturally invite them. They're going to be at the top of your business. They're going to have such amazing success, and you guys will get to do it together, and there's nothing better than that. Sorry, just
No,
that.
it's perfect. That's it. And that's exactly right, guys. Just the worst thing they can ever say is no. It's not going to change your relationship with them. It's not going to but the best thing they can say is, yeah, let's do this and rock it out. So get those 2 names, message your coach, message me, whoever, like, if your message, let's have that accountability there. And then when they sign up, let's celebrate it. So message your coach and let her celebrate with you. That's your assignment for today. Okay. Everybody with that? Thumbs up, nods.
Carrie,
Yeah.
I don't know if you were going to talk about this, but I just had it written on my notes. Were you going to talk about like how to sign up the spouse and like not the benefits from volume, but just benefits like what you can get where you're going to
let's do that. So you guys have all signed up with the challenge pack probably and have BOD. So you're thinking, why do I need to do this? I think Melissa talked a little bit about that. Seeing Melissa's husband's volume and income is a good reason to do that. But you can sign them up with like a 3-day refresh pack and get some quick results to share with people. You get the commissions from that pack to help pay for it, guys. So I know it sounds like another huge investment, but remember that you do get commissions back to help offset that investment. Running a business, you do have to invest in a business. That's every business I've ever seen, and my husband's worked like ran some of his own businesses, there's investments required. The cool thing that we have with this is we do get commissions back to offset that investment. So, and it's a quick investment. Like Cozy just said, you'll get 40 to 50 at least back to help offset that investment. You can get, and I think this has probably been talked about in your own teams, but you can get a challenge pack with samples, not samples, the packets of Shakeology, and sell those to help offset that cost too. To get people on board with Shakeology, run a free Shakeology group where they buy samples from you and you help offset that cost again. You hit Success Club by helping, well, you get 2 points for enrolling your husband or your spouse or mom or whoever. So you can hit Success Club this week by helping 3 people. And that's, again, once you hit Emerald, you hit Success Club, then you qualify for free leads from Beachbody. If you hit Success Club 5, which is helping 3 people, you get leads from people who just go to beachbody.com and buy product. Beachbody then, if you're Emerald, active, and hit Success Club, those are the 3 requirements, right? Then they give those leads out to people who are working their business. And you don't get commissions from those people initially, but anything they buy after their first purchase, you get commissions on. And they're your customers for life. If you help 5 people and hit Success Club 10, then you do get paid commissions on their first order and every order they make after that. So if somebody buys Shakeology from beachbody.com, you make $32 from that sale. And you've never even met the person, and they're your customer for life. So that's another bonus and benefit of hitting Emerald, so that you can get those commissions, you can get the cycle bonuses. And as an Emerald, every time your volume hits 100 on one leg and 200 on the other, you get $14. That can happen multiple times through a week. Melissa's husband's, his paycheck all came from cycle bonuses. So, like she said, she's not running customers through his account. That's just residual income from him sitting at Diamond, or I don't know where he's at. What Diamond, 1 star? It doesn't matter, because once you hit Diamond, those cycle bonuses are $18 every time that happens, which is another reason to rank advanced to Diamond, because, like, guys, last week I made more in cycle bonus residual income than I did in retail. And it was my highest paycheck I've ever made with Beachbody. It was almost $1,000 a week. I was off by like $50. So, guys, I'm starting to work my husband's business, and I'm working my mom's business on her other leg. And I never thought I'd be here. I never thought that my cycle bonuses would be more than my retail. But it's so awesome when that happens, guys. And it's awesome that Beachbody pays us as well on the back end as they do on the front end. So I feel like I'm getting off base. But
Hey, so Sarah asked a really good question, and she said, when you get returning customers, you get commission. Yes. So like any customer you have who purchases anything, you will get commissions off of all of their
future.
Everything they purchase. Yeah, all their future purchases. And even your free leads, like the customers that you are given when you hit Success Club and you're an Emerald coach, I think. Isn't it Emerald or is it Diamond now? I think it's Emerald. But you'll get those commissions forever as long as they're your customer. Like it's not that you just get their first commission. Like every single purchase they make, you're going to get 25% of that purchase. So let me give you an example. In my very first year as a coach, even in the first month, I hit Emerald. I was hitting a Success Club, and I got this free lead, and he purchased 3 bags of Shakeology. And every month he purchases 3 bags of Shakeology, and I get commission on all of the future orders. So every single month, and I think he's gone down to 1 bag. So I don't know, maybe all of his kids moved out or something, but he is purchasing that. I've had that customer since the very first year of my business. Think about all the customers you're missing out on because you're afraid to invite your friend or your mom or whoever to this business. Don't miss out on all of that commission when you're getting these free leads, you guys.
Yeah. See, it's worth it, right? It's really awesome. So let's open it up to any questions. I know we've had some going in the chat, but anything else you guys have, you can unmute yourself and ask. You can ask in the chat, whichever works best for you guys.
You guys just don't this is when you go Emerald, that's like the start of your business. It's fun. You have a little team yourself. I don't know. You just have to make it happen to grow your business. And obviously that's why you're all here, because you're trying to grow a business. You're not just using the discount. You want this to turn into something. I never thought that I'd be doing this full time. Are you kidding me? But for 2 years, I did this full time, or I did this. I went to school full time and I worked. So I worked my butt off for 2 years to be able to do what I do right now. So I just think don't let the little day-to-day struggles and the day-to-day being tired and exhausted and hearing no get to you. That's why we do personal development every day. So if you struggle with something specific with personal development type stuff, talk to your coach. Obviously, just because everybody's reading a certain book doesn't mean if that's not what you're struggling with, don't read that. Read something that's going to address something that's going to actually help you at that time in your life. So just make it happen. Don't even let yourself think it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's perfect. Anything else? Questions, concerns, confusions? Nothing? So if I have a BOD, would I sign up hubby with a completion pack? So the Beachbody On Demand is under your account. So if you're going to sign up your husband, he would need he can't get a completion pack because under his email, he doesn't have Beachbody On Demand.
But Camille, you could do you guys, a lot of people, obviously I don't have a husband, but I work my mom's account. And my brothers. So through my mom, it was so long ago, I don't remember what she signed up with, let's be honest. But if you're signing up your husband right now, honestly, if you're already getting Shakeology, sign him up with the 3-day refresh so that you have that. Sign him up with a 3-day refresh with the Shakeology packets so that you have those to sell. Sell them for $5 because if you give tons of stuff away for free, then people don't take it seriously. It's just going to be thrown into a drawer and they'll never use it. So sign them up with the performance line, because if you're not using the performance line, you'll want to with Lift 4, promise. Okay. And so just think of ways, you guys, that you can get something just because you already have stuff. Look at, you guys, there's a ton of things you can get. Okay. Look at all the challenge packs. 3-day refresh. If you haven't done it, try it. So that even if you don't do it all the time and you don't feel like you need it, at least you've done it so that you can tell people how it is. So yeah.
Perfect. And the 2B mindset was mentioned. Megan signed her husband up with the 2B challenge pack without BOD. That's
perfect.
An awesome pack there. And like Cozy said, sign him up with the performance line or something that you haven't tried or that's not coming through your account so you can speak to it when your customers ask. I will never go a day without Energize for a workout ever again. And I was the person that was like, I don't need pre-workout. That's a guy thing. I'm not ever doing that. But I needed something to keep him at the 50 PV. So I started that through his account. And guys, that is liquid gold. I will never go another day. And when I'm down to 1 container, because my husband lives on it too. So we have 3 a month. And when we get down to 1, I'm like, oh, okay, slow down, hun. You don't get any for a couple days until our next shipment comes because I'm not going without it. You'll find stuff that you love just by trying it. Recover is golden. And doing before this week, the Lift 4 stuff, I'm still sore from Monday leg day. Today's the first day I can stand and walk and sit normal. And I can't imagine what it'd be like without Recover and Recharge, because even with that stuff, I was like, oh my gosh. So sign them up with something that you don't have coming into your account. Free customers is Emerald and Success Club. Yeah. Yep. And you have to have 90. We found this out the hard way with one of my coaches. You have to have 90 PV on HD, which means you have to have at least 90 personal volume on home direct shipment every month in order to qualify for Success Club. don't miss out on those leads, because we found that out the hard way with one of my coaches. So,
And you guys, I've had leads sign up as coaches at some point. So like the leads are legit, like they're real people that just don't have a coach and they don't know any different. They ordered off TV, whatever. So you're losing money if you're not enrolled in Hitting Success Club.
yep. I have a guy that orders the Ultimate Reset twice a year, and he orders 3 packs. It's like 3 orders of it. That's almost $500 in commissions from him alone. And that's just from Hitting Success Club 10. So, I mean, really, like, that's money that I would never see. He won't answer my emails. I've tried to contact him. So it's a free lead, guys, and it's money in your pocket just for helping others.
And just to clarify one more time, when you hit Success Club 5, you still get the free customers, but you don't get commission on their first order, but you'll get commission on their second order. If you hit Success Club 10, you get commission the very first time they order. And if they order a challenge pack, you'll get Success Club points from that. So just to clarify, between 5 and 10, 5 should be a non-negotiable no matter what. 10, you should push for 10. But make 5, you're like, this is going to happen every single month the rest of my life to grow my business, okay?
Okay.
You guys have any questions? We don't want to make this too long, but we'll do the recording, and Carrie will get that sent to us so that you guys can just.
I had a coach just reach out to me that I want to answer this question. So They said, why or do people signing up, under your business, do they need to purchase a challenge pack? So I always recommend it because, for one, they have to be active. So if they're signing up with the business fee, that's $40. Then they have to be active. So let's say they get Shakeology to get active. That's $140 since they're getting the coach price on Shakeology. That's $97 plus the business fee, $113 plus your sign up fee, $150. You might as well, for $5 more or whatever, have gotten a challenge pack and actually gotten tons of more product out of the money that you're spending. So it's not like we are saying like, oh, you have to, or you should be selling challenge packs. It's just a better deal. Like, you're getting way more for the money that you're spending rather than wasting that money on a sign up fee, and you get to use that product. So say you get the packets, you can then sell those for $5 and get your money back. You can help people. Like, maybe your best friend is thinking about it. You can actually give them a sample because you know that they're going to fall in love with it. There's just so much more that you can do with the money you're investing in that challenge pack. And it is way more worth it, in my opinion. There was something else I was thinking, but now it's escaped me. But anyway, I would just highly recommend that you sign them up with a challenge pack. And it's like, you're just going to get so much more out of that money that you're investing.
Yep. And Camille, to answer that question, if you hit Success Club 5 in a month, you'll get those free leads the following month. If you hit 10, you get the paying leads the following month. So it's not week. If you hit Success Club every week, that'd be awesome. Your business is going to soar. But know that it's helping 3 people in a month will get you those free leads. And if you help 5 people in a month, it will get you the paying free leads. Is that even more confusing? I know that, like, especially when you hear all this stuff and you're new, you're like, I don't even know what language you guys are speaking. But
I know I have a lot of coaches who keep talking to me and they're like, I'm just so confused. You guys, I was confused for like a year. Like, I didn't even understand the compensation plan. I just trusted my upline when she told me what to do. I was like, she knows what she's doing. She's making 6 figures in a year. She's doing all these things. I'm going to trust that she has my best interest in mind. And we do. And that is why you just got to do what we're telling you to do. And I promise it will all make sense as you start to learn as you grow. But just trust that we want what's best for you. We're not going to like try and get you to do something that is not going to benefit you. So, okay. Do we have anything else?
I just want to add one thing to that really quick. So I've had a couple coaches say, I don't want to sign up my husband yet because I'm not making that much in my business yet. So I don't want to spend more money. But it sounds counterintuitive to be like, you have to, I mean, if you're going to sign up your husband, obviously you have to buy something to do that. It sounds counterintuitive to be like, spend more money to make more money. But you open up, because we've already explained like the benefit, like the financial benefit of it. if you wait until you know everything, if you wait until you make X amount of money to sign him up, like, you are missing out on so much. It's just really learning by doing and getting, like, trusting, like what Melissa said, just trusting the process and trusting that what we're telling you is in your best interest, because if you're here to build the business, like, these are the steps that will help you really make this what you want it to be. So don't wait until you're making $500 a month, because when you could have been making $1,000 a month had you signed him up from the get-go. So that's just that little spiel.
Yep. Camille, the coach fee is waived for the challenge pack. If you buy the 3-day refresh challenge pack, yes, it's waived. Anytime you buy a challenge pack, when you sign up, that $40 fee is waived. If you have somebody that signs up as a customer first and then wants to coach later, they can fill out an online form and get that $40 refunded back to them too.
Yeah, so if you have anybody that's ever bought a challenge pack in their entire life now, they can sign up and get that $40 returned to them if they want to sign up with a coach account and get the discount or work the business, whatever. They can get that fee waived. And if they're military, active military, or, they get that, even that $15.95 waived forever. They just have to fill out a form with their, like, military information. So, I mean, they would be legit saving 25% on everything because they don't ever have to pay that $15.95 fee. You guys, I don't know. We just work for the best company ever.
So true. Okay. Remember to get your 2 names to your coach, and then let's celebrate you guys when you sign up and go Emerald in the next 24 hours. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. I can't wait to see your shout outs in the team page and see how many more emeralds we get on our team in the next day.
Woo!
Okay.
Let's do this.
Okay, guys, thanks so much. We'll
Bye,
see
you guys.
Bye.